to comment on working moms and daycares. I saw a video that Dave Ramsey did for a business type video, and it said she's a great employee, but she's never here. And I was like, ooh, that's interesting. So I listened because I was curious. Great curiosity title there. But basically it was this employer calling and said, I have this really great employee, but she's never here. She keeps calling out because her kid is sick, or her kid can't go to daycare for some reason, or they have to be picked up from school, or whatever the situation is. She keeps getting called to come get her kid, and so then she has to take off work, and her employer needs her at work. Ladies, okay, I'm gonna try and be nice here, but it is not your employer's responsibility to deal with your daycare issues, with your children's issues. You are there as an employee and getting paid to do a job at that employer's place of business. I do not believe in maternity leave. Go ahead and comment. Go ahead, it's fine. I don't believe in maternity leave. I don't believe that you should get days off just because your kid is sick at school or sick for whatever. Sorry, you can call me whatever you want, but it is not your employer's responsibility that you keep leaving because you have to go take care of your kids. You are responsible for your kids. And if I understand there are some single moms, I get that, I totally understand that. But especially if you are married and you're working, this particular lady had 2 and I think 1 more on the way or something like that. If that is the situation, your husband needs to earn more money, you need to cut back on spending, and you need to stay home and raise your own kids. Sorry, I know this is a tough love moment, but it is not your employer's responsibility to work around you and all of your problems with daycares and taking care of the kids. It is your responsibility to stay home and raise your children. Now, I know there's this whole mommy wars thing that has gone back since the 60s began women working. But guys, there is a big problem in our society today. And a big majority of that is because moms are working and they're not staying home raising their kids. It just is. The kids aren't disciplined properly. The kids aren't cared for properly. The kids feel abandoned because they come home from school and the house is empty and there's no mom there. They feel like they are a problem because their moms are complaining because they got sick or hurt or whatever. And so mom's complaining because her boss is mad at her and she has to take off work, and she doesn't want to take off work to come help the kid. And then the kids feel the pressure of mom working. And the truth is, the majority of moms who are working aren't actually making that much money. I have sat down with mom after mom after mom, and by the time they pay for all the pizzas and takeout, pay for the second extra car, pay for all the gas money, the clothes, the daycare, cleaning lady if they need it, all of those different things, new clothes because they don't have time to shop at thrift stores and yard sales to get stuff at a cheaper price. By the time you add all of that, a good portion of moms are only earning between $1 and $3 an hour. $1 to $3 an hour. That's absolutely crazy. Why would you choose to put so much stress on yourself to earn $1 to $3 an hour? What can you do to be a stay-at-home mom and raise your kids at home yourself and live on one income? Cut the cars. The majority of families don't need 2 cars. If mom needs the car, I have done this many times. When we were down to 1 car, I would take Mike to work, take the kids to school, come home, Go back and pick up the kids at school and go pick up Mike at work and come home. Is it a pain in the butt? Yes. But it was much more financially responsible for me to spend 30 minutes to an hour taking Mike and the kids to school and work for 20 days a month than it was to have a $700 car payment. Yeah, it's very doable. I want to jump in here and break the math down for you. If you are paying $700 a month for a car payment, let's say you make $20 an hour, that means you bring home $10 an hour. After your basic expenses and taxes and all that, you bring home $10 an hour. That's 70 hours a month, or 9 days, almost 2 weeks per month to just pay for the car. You are working almost 2 weeks every month, 21 weeks per year. That is almost 6 months a year that you could take off of work if you didn't have a $700 a month car payment. Now, let's turn this around for you stay-at-home moms who say, oh my goodness, I'm spending an hour driving everybody back and forth because we can't afford a second car. But think about it this way. If you spend an hour 20 days per month, so that's 20 hours of drive time. So $700 divided by 20 hours, that means you're earning, so to speak, $35 an hour. That is darn tootin' good pay for being a stay-at-home mom. So don't think being a stay-at-home mom, you're not quote-unquote earning anything. You are. You're very valuable. Shop at thrift stores and garage sales for all of your clothes, shoes, socks, all of that stuff. Shop the clearance sections. Right now, it's the middle of January. They're getting rid of all their winter stuff. Now would be a good time to go buy next year's sizes for the kids. Stop eating out. Start cooking at home. Our Dining on a Dime cookbook will teach you how to eat at home. Most of our dinners are $5 to feed a family of 4 or less. Almost all of them. You can feed your entire family for $5 or less. You can. Easy recipes get you in and out of the kitchen quick. So if you get something like our Dining on a Dime cookbooks, you can learn how to cook at home, and then you're not doing so much takeout all the time. What else can you do to save money? You're gonna have to cut out all the extra vacations, all of the extra kids activities, all of the extra kids sports, all the drama, the hockey, the soccer, all those kinds of things, all of the fun toys, the boats, the ATVs, the expensive cars that you don't need. Sell all your cars, get a $5,000 or $6,000 car for dad, and get those debts paid off. Stop using your credit cards so that you aren't paying interest on all of those credit cards. And if dad's income is that low, dad is just going to have to get a better paying job. This is 2025. There is no reason for a family to be living under the poverty level. Well, I can think of one reason. If you have extreme medical bills, and I mean, we're talking really extreme, like a very rare disease or something, and it's costing you hundreds of thousands of dollars for medical treatment, I would say, Dad, get a low-paying job so you can get on Medicaid. I'll give you that. But the majority of families, the dad can earn at least $60,000 to $70,000 a year, and that is more than plenty for a family of 4 to live on, even 5. I know prices have gone up, I get that, but if you're frugal about keeping the heat turned down to 67, 69, the air conditioner turned up to 78, you can do that. Drive an old clunker car, eat at home, all of those things add up. So, I found this video very interesting. I do not agree with Dave Ramsey at all when he has families call in and he says, well, Mom, you're just gonna have to go to work. Nope, Dad's gonna have to get a higher paying job. Mom's going to work is a huge majority of the problem that we have nowadays with people being irresponsible, entitled, they lack discipline, they lack self-control, and a large majority of that is because moms were not staying home, disciplining their children, and teaching their kids how to be responsible adults. All right, let the hate mail begin. If you want to learn how to stay home and save more money, go watch this video next. Visit us at livingonadime.com, and we will see you guys next time.